welcome to tonight's Facebook Live. So we are back to our regular Thursday slot. So Thursday 6 till half 6, I go live from the studio with a bit of a Facebook Live. This week we are all about blenders, so I will get onto that in a bit. I'll give everybody a chance to join. For those of you who are new here, I'm Sarah from Molly Felicity Designs. I sell fabric yarn, haberdashery and also handmade products. So I'm just going into handmade product show season. So towards the back end of the year I start with a lot more craft fairs and things rather than my fabric and yarn shows, which tend to happen at the start of the year. So it's kind of a nice balance really. So that means that my head is in thinking about autumn and Christmas. So there's a bit of an influence on tonight's blenders for topping up our stash. Stash building. Hi Molly. So what do I need to tell you? Pop a hello in the chat if you're watching. Let me know where you are, what you've been up to, how things are going. Dates for your diary. We did on Tuesday and I can't remember what we did. What's happening? What am I doing? I'm getting into holiday mode. I'm having a few days with the kids and Damien next week, so I'm really not thinking about work. No, I am thinking about work. That's not true. My mind is just elsewhere with bits and pieces. So dates for your diary. The next pop-up for those of you that are interested, because this is more sort of crafting supplies related, is the 27th of August. We're back at Bolsover. I am going to get all the dates on before the weekend, so I'll put all of August and September dates on for what's happening, so you've got all of that. We'll be back with a live next Thursday, so that will be coming. What else do we need to know? Housekeeping for tonight. So if you see anything and you want it, you just need to so hi Nita, who is busy quilting book sleeves and Kindle covers. I do love that I'm your background entertainment, Nita, when you're busy sewing. Hi Sarah. How's summer going, Sarah? Kids being off school is a bit of a challenge for all of us mums, so hope you are surviving and doing okay. So housekeeping for tonight. If you want anything, comment to say that you want it, and I will pop you an invoice through. If you can get those paid, that really helps. I'm posting Friday and Saturday, and then any studio pickups, if you want to pick up a person, will be towards the end of next week. I'm not doing anything at the start of the week, so that'll be towards the end of next week. Post is 48-hour tracked, $4.50 for your small parcels. Most of tonight's stuff will come as a small parcel because of sizes, and that's capped, so you can buy as much as you want, and it's just $4.50. If you are watching the replay, I will pop this on YouTube, so you may be seeing me on YouTube. Hello. I've got a channel that I put all of these on. Just look for Molly Felicity Designs and you will find me there, which you can subscribe, so then it'll let you know when new bits are added. If you're watching there, you can still comment to buy. YouTube is being a bit funny at the moment and not notifying me of comments, so you could always just drop me a message or email, but do comment because I will keep checking in. But yeah, they're being naughty and not telling me, whereas it always used to come through automatically. So sorry for the delays to those of you that commented on the last YouTubes and bits and pieces. So everything, some bits are limited tonight, some bits aren't, and I'm, like I say, I'm just kind of getting in the mood for what comes next for me, for my shows and stuff, so you'll see a bit of an influence there with that. So let's get started. Tonight was all about stash building, so it's always nice when you're crafting Mojo Strikes that you've got stuff to go to. I'm not one of these people that has one project at a time and one thing on the go at the time, and mine's always racing with lots of bits. So it's nice. So obviously I've got my work stash, which is work related, but I do have a personal stash as well. So in that I've got threads, haberdashery bits and pieces, yarn, fabrics, all of those sorts of things. So when I get an idea, I can just go to the cupboard, grab the stuff and get going. No, family, I do not have 110 projects on the go. It's 111. But anyway, right. So tonight's first thing is, this is also a bit of a reminder about what bits and pieces I sell haberdashery wise, because I'm very bad at promoting this side of it. It just kind of sits on the website, and then at classes and things people will ask, and I'll take bits along to the pop-ups. But moon thread. So moon thread is by Coats, and it's a polyester spun thread. So I get asked a lot at shows, why do you use it so much? The polyester thread is quite strong, so when I'm doing bags and pouches and things like that, I find that it works really well. My machine likes it, so I'm a Big Brother sewing machine fan. My machine likes it, so I like it. And compared to some of the threads, it's a really nice price point. So for £1.25 you can get an individual moon thread. I've got 50 colours on the website. Some of them are waiting to be restocked, but most of them are still available. But I thought what would be best for tonight would be an essentials bundle. So what are those colours that you need to be able to do every project without having loads and loads in? Because if you're just starting up and you're building your stash, you may not want to have loads of different colours. So in my essentials bundle, we have white, we have black. So if you're sewing on a light fabric, use a light thread. If you're sewing on a dark fabric, use a dark thread. Simple as. But then the other two that I like as a bit of a go-to, hi Pam, is a light grey and a dark grey. They just work so well. I sometimes think we put a lot of time and effort into matching our colours and actually we don't see them. If we're doing bags and pouches and things like that, often all of the sewing is on the inside, so we'll never ever see any of it. So don't worry too much. But if you wanted an essentials set for the 4 colours, that is £4.50. So they're £1.25 individually, £4.50 if you want a set of the 4 essentials colours. And I think it's always nice to have a little bit of threads and bits and pieces in, so that, like I say, when you've got the urge to start with a project, you can just get on with it. Sarah says, all good. Oh, the dog's being a nightmare. I thought it'd be the kids that were a nightmare rather than the dog. Oh no, hopefully not too much of a nightmare. We've got a little Lakeland Terrier, and she's been a bit bothered by the heat because we've been getting warm and cold, haven't we? Because the heat's kind of been a bit crazy. Last couple of days have been quite nice, and she's been struggling a little bit with that, so she's just been kind of lying panting, but that just means that I fall over her quite a lot. But you know, these things happen. So that was my threads, and I'm gonna dot about a bit today to try and keep you all interested. I'm not gonna just do all the haberdashery, all of the yarn, all of that. You can absolutely, Pam, have a cotton bundle. Right, yeah, sorry, brain went. Yes, so I said for stash building that we would look at yarn, fabrics and haberdashery tonight. So I know that I've shown you these before, but I've got a bit of a deal on tonight. So I do my £7 colour bundles when I go to shows and pop-up shops. So they are all coordinated to work together. So these are great for toys, blankets, small projects. And like I say, they're £7 for your 6 balls normally. I am doing a mystery bag for £20, and you will get 3 packs in that. So 18 balls of yarn for 20 quid. Can't go wrong with that. This is just an example of what you might get, but it's a mystery, so you won't know what you're getting. That said, I don't mind if you go brights, neutrals, something like that, and I'll try and work towards it. But the packs all have 6 different colours in them. So that is one of our sort of neutral. We've got bright rainbows, and then this is a blue. So you can see everything kind of coordinates together to work really nicely. Mystery bags, double knit mystery bags, 18 balls for £20. I am going to be getting those online next week as well, and they are something that I think I might bring to the show. So everyone loves the fat quarter mystery bag, so I'm thinking I need to do something yarny as well. So 18 balls of your double knit 50-gram yarn for £20. So mixed colours, and like I say, great for toys and blankets and those sorts of things. Now, going back to our haberdashery, you can tell I've got a little list down here, can't you? Pins. I love glass-headed pins. So this is kind of a bit of sneak into my world tonight as well, in terms of what I use when I'm sewing. You can get really long pins that have like flowers and hearts and bits and pieces on the top of them. I sometimes find they get in the way a little bit, and I end up stabbing myself. With the glass-headed pins, and these are... hi, Jules! Oh, I'm pleased you got your lobster fat quarter set, because lobsters is all gone, and I can't wait to see what you do with it. Obviously no pressure, there is no rules about how long it takes to do your project, Jules, at all. So back to the glass-headed pins. They are £3 for a box. I've got 3 boxes of those, and like I say, great for sticking in your stash and having when you need to do bits and pieces. Those work really nicely. You know, if you're pinning, like, I know some of you knit as well as sew. If I'm doing like small toys and stuff like that, and I want to just get their arms and things in the right place before I join them on, they're really good for just stabbing through them to make sure it's all right and balanced before you start sewing, which is really nice. Then the other thing that I have, hi Trisha, is these little scissors. So these are 5-inch scissors, and I don't know if you can see because of the light on the plastic. They are floral and rainbow. These are great for having, you don't always want to grab your big dressmaking scissors shears. Sometimes it's nice just to have a little bit of something to snip. So I always say these are great in your sewing essentials. So these are £4.50. You do need to be over 18 to buy those because that's the rules, so I will double check your age if you want to buy any. But we have those, and I will be bringing those back to the pop-up shops. I've kind of forgotten that bit of the haberdashery recently in terms of the pins and scissors and stuff. Then the other scissors I absolutely love are these, which are the 8-inch scissors. So these are from King Cole. Again, they are for right and left-handed use. Many of you know I'm a lefty, and it's great when things are multi-usable for both hands. So these and the others are suitable for right or left-handed, so no issues there. And your 8-inch scissors are £6 each. Then, elastic. So, when I am scrunchie making, which happens quite a lot, I just pop in some, this is a 5mm elastic, which we've got in white. And then we've got the black elastic. Now, I like to use the corded elastic. So this is, and I don't think you're going to see it on the camera very well at all. It's 4-inch corded elastic. Sorry, this one's 5mm. But it's corded because it's made up of cords that gives it its stretch. So the black and the white. So black is 6mm, white is 5mm. You don't really notice the difference when you're using them. Great again for having in your stash, and that is 50p a metre for your elastic. So something that you can just top up with as and when you want to. Hi Tracy. It's so lovely to see those of you that I saw at festival joining the lives. Love it. I just enjoy this for a bit of a catch up with everybody as well. So feel free to pop in the comments anything I need to know since I last saw you. So the other thing that I use loads of, and it goes in most of the pouches and bags that I make, just to give it that sort of plump feeling, is the 2-ounce wadding. So it is a polyester wadding. I much prefer using the 80/20 for quilts, for big quilts, but if I'm doing smaller projects, the polyester wadding is great. It's really economical price wise, and I do have it on the roll and sell it by the metre. So it's £4 a metre for that. So that I will always have that. I know a lot of you grab it at Quilt Club for bits and pieces, but just wanted to remind you that we do have that on the roll for as and when you need it. So that's the 2-ounce polyester wadding. Now, drawstring cord. This is another popular one. Hi, Val. Oh, Tracy, you're off work. Oh, so that's why you can join. There's no rules about being late to the party, Trisha. It's okay. So, Tracy, you will be able to get the catch-ups, though. So you can come in from work, make a cup of tea, and watch on catch-up, which is the great thing about this, isn't it? So back to the 4mm cord. So this is what I use in the project bags that have the drawstring tops to them, and in drawstring bags and in the drawstring rucksacks. It is a 4mm braided cord. Don't know whether you'll see that very well. 50p a metre, really nice to have in for those last minute bits and pieces. And I will be making a pug bag later because I've been requested by small child number 2 to make her a bag for going away, so I will do that. So colour wise for these, we have grey, we have a sort of burgundy wine colour, we normally have navy, but I sold out of that at festival, so I am waiting for that to come back in. We have black, we have like a taupey brown colour, and we also have the cream. So just a reminder that we have the cords in all the time, and they are 4mm and 50p per metre. And you can buy, if you need 1.5 metres for a project, just let me know you need 1.5 metres. I think if you buy it direct through the website, if you put in like 2.5, it'll give you 2.5 metres, because I've set that up to meterage rather than like the other stuff about being 1/2 metre and stuff like that. But if you put your 0.5 in, you will be able to purchase it that way if you wanted to. So that's our cord. Now, stash building. My fat quarter mystery bags have always been popular, and those of you that got them at the shows, I do hope you loved them. Nobody's complained at me recently, so no, nobody's ever complained at me, to be fair. So fat quarter mystery bags tonight, because I've got a few left over from festival because I went a bit crazy making them. Molly helped me make them all. We are doing 3 for £27, so they're £10 each. You get 4 fat quarters in, so you can just buy the one. And it's 3 for £27. Now, I have upgraded mystery bags recently in that there is now themes. So it always used to be just spring, summer or autumn, winter. Now you can go crazy and go floral. There's Halloween, there's Christmas, there's bees, butterflies and birds. There's farm and countryside, sea, coastal and sea life. So hit me with a challenge, guys. Let me know what you want in it. 6 meters of the cord in taupe cream and black. You can. This is what tonight's all about, Pam, getting those bits and pieces in. So yes, we will get that sorted. So yeah, mystery bags. I would love the challenge of you to set me, I want a mystery bag with X, Y or Z in it, and I will do my best to sort it out. As always, I'll be 100% honest, so if you set me something with, like, you know, it has to be, I'm trying to think of something really obscure that I haven't got and I can't. Anyway, fat quarter mystery bags, £10 each, 3 for 27. They are always on the website as well, but obviously not the 3 for 27, that's just a deal for the live tonight. So, where do we go next? Chunky yarn. So back to the yarn. You can see where my mind's going with this colour combo. So we are doing sets of 3 for £7.50 in the chunky yarn. So I've gone a bit Christmassy with this one. So there will be mystery bags, but again, if you've got something you're doing it for, so if you want autumn, spring, lights, neutrals, I will do that for you. So £7.50 for your chunky yarn mystery bag. And yeah, I'm going to start doing mystery bags at the shows, and I'm going to do different versions of them and pop up, so they'll be double knit, chunky, those sorts of things. So we'll come on to some more in a little bit yarn wise. Oh no, we're straight into more yarn actually. So glitz. So this is a double knitting yarn, and it is got a little bit of, I'm going to grab one out actually to show you. It's got a little bit of sparkle in it, so it's got metallic woven all the way through it. Now these are amazing for adding a bit of sparkle to your projects. So a bag of 4 is £15 each of these. The double knitting weight, and like I say, you get 4 for £15 in that one. So this one, you can see I'm thinking a bit Christmassy with your silver, your gold. You've got your really nice cream, and then you've got your Christmas mix here. So that is an option if you would like it. So fat quarter bundles. I know we all love our bumbleberries, and you couldn't have a stash builder without some bumbleberry fat quarter bundles. And we've got some little themes going on again. So the really nice thing is you can say a lot with colour. It doesn't have to be that your fabric has to have a print or a design on it to make it scream autumn or baby or something like that. There's ways of doing it just with colour. So we have got a fat quarter bundle here of the bumbleberries, and this is what I call my neutral pack. So you've got lemon, you've got latte, which is sort of a beigey cappuccino-y coffee colour. You've got the light grey, you've got cream, and you've got white. So £17.50 for your neutrals fat quarter bundle. I've just got one of those left at the minute. I will be restocking all my bumbleberries. If you go on the website at the minute, you'll kind of go, because so much of it's sold out, but I will be getting those restocked as soon as I can. So that is your neutrals pack that I've got at the moment. Then this is a brights pack. So this has got your blue, you've got your Hampshire green, you've got a purple, a mustard colour, and an orange colour in there. So again, you've got 5 fat quarters in that one, £17.50. So that is your brights. Then I've got what I call the dark colours. So whereas this one was sort of very bright and sort of summery, this one's a lot more muted and a lot darker. So this has got your grey rock. I think that one's called Nordic green. Then we've got postbox red. We've got chocolate, and we've got Hampshire green. And if I've got that the other way around, that's Nordic and that's Hampshire. I can't remember which way around they go, but basically dark greens, but obviously different greens. And again, £17.50 for that one. I've then got 2 seasonal bumbleberry packs. So these came from the seasonal bumbleberry collection that Lewis and Irene did. Again, you've got 5 fat quarters in each of these. And this is pack 3. Just because that's the number I've written on it. There was 3 packs originally. Pack 1 sold out. This is pack 3, and I've got a pack 2 down here. So pack 3, you've got the blues running through it. You've got sort of an autumn leaves, rust and mustardy colour, multi-purples, and then your really strong blue in that one. And then in the other set, which is pack 2 for the seasonals, we've got a leafy green. We've got a nice orangey red, rusty red, lavender, bubbly multi-blue, and then a duck egg blue. So they work really nicely together. So they're kind of a nice thing to just pop in your stash, and then when you want to do like an autumnal project or something, you can grab that out, and that's a bit of a starter for 10 for where you go with it. Then I have got some dry brush for you as well. So this is normally £12 a metre. Tonight it's 10, and I've just got these colours. So we've got soft yellow. I'm trying to get it so you can see on the thing. So they're all 100% cotton. They're 112 centimetres wide. And this is part of the Wilmington Prints range that I've got. So we've got soft yellow, so £10 for a metre of that. Then we've got pale pink, and again, just £10 for your metre. We've got pale violet and pale purple. Now the difference is your violet is more purpley and your purple is more bluey in tone. That's the difference sort of between the violet and the purple, if that helps you with those. And then we've got a pale blue as well. There's a right glare coming off that light today. I wonder whether it's just because I'm in a different position after the whole studio revamp moving around thing, because I'm now the other side to where I was before. So dry brush, it is £10 for a metre. If there's any other colours you want, feel free to go on the website and have a look, and I will honour the £10 a metre on those. That's just on your metre pieces. So if anyone fancies topping up their stash with a bit of dry brush, more than happy to do that if I've got it in. Sold out of apricot. I think that's the only one we're sold out of, but everything else I think we've got. Then the other mystery bundles that I've got, have I got any bumbleberries in light pastel blues and greens that would coordinate with Mermaid's Tail? So Mermaid's Tail is this one, Mermaid's Tail, blues and greens, pastel blues and green. Xena Blue probably would, Tracy, but I haven't got that in at the moment. So I'll have to defer on that till I've got it to try it with it. Duck Egg would work with it. Duck Egg would definitely work with it. Where's the Duck Egg? Yeah, so Duck Egg would work nicely with it. And then pink, you probably want to go for the light pink, which will be... I'm loving that I'm actually organised and I can find things. On the bulks, I haven't got any cut. I do need to restock after. So your light pink. Oh, I'm going to get rid of that light. That's awful. Oh, that's a bit better. So your light pink would work with it because you've got that darker. That one's a nice one. So in terms of that question, I would say light pink and Duck Egg. Possibly Xena Blue, but I can't definitely say that because I haven't got that in at the moment. Hope that helps, Tracy. Shout if you need anything. Where was it? Oh, mystery bundles. So don't need pink, but Duck Egg is good. So I've got metre of Duck Egg if you wanted any, Tracy. It is £14 for the metre. Let me know if you want that and I'll put your name on it. Right, batik bundles. So I am doing some mystery bundles of the batiks, and they are 3.5 metres for £20. No, 3.5 metres for £10. Helps if you read your writing properly, Sarah. So yeah, they will be a mystery from these, and I will put them together. So if you want a mystery batik bundle, shout up. It's 3.5 metre pieces, and that is £10 tonight. So how are we doing for time? 23. Right, let me whiz through these. So my mind is on Christmas. I won't pretend otherwise. So I have got you a cheeky little Christmas fabric bundle. So some of you might recognise this collection. So this was a Dashwood Winter Town, Winter's Christmas Time, Winter Wonderland, something about winter collection. So I have found some whilst I've been sorting out the studio. I thought it was a good idea to come back from festival on Monday, completely knackered, and rearrange the whole studio. But I'm liking it. I've confined stuff now. It's quite... It looks like chaos, but it is organised chaos, which is good. So, in this bundle, you get 4 half-metre pieces for £20. So that saves you 8, because it would normally be 28. So great if you want to get a head start on some Christmas projects. So you've got the Little Robin on the parcels on this one. That's on a white background. You've got the red Christmas characters, so that's all like little Christmas characters. So you've got Christmas puddings, penguins, Santa, foxes, snowmen, little deer, all sorts going on that one. You've got Santa on a green background with his little Christmas tree and his presents and things. And then you've got this one, which is the Winter Town, which I think is where the collection name comes from, which is Santa on his ice skates, snowman, deer, Santa pulling his presents. You've got a little car with a Christmas tree on top with Santa and the snowman in it. Really fun little collection, that one. So that would be nice if you wanted to get ahead with some Christmas bits and pieces. So that is £20 for for effectively 2 meters of fabric there. So you save yourself £8 on that one. So do shout up if you want any of that. And I will be putting some of those onto the website as well if there's anything left. I've got quite a bit of all of those in at the moment. Then I've done three packs of Yummy yarn for you. So you get 400-gram balls for £15. So you're saving £3 on these. And these are great for little plush toys, stuffies, those sorts of things. Now, this is Christmas. So you get Christmas green, Christmas red, white, and then the multicolour that's got both of those colours through it. So that is £15 for your Halloween Yummy. So it is 100 grams, it's 100% polyester, and you've got 120 metres on these, so 480 metres altogether. So quite a lot to be getting on with a project if you wanted to. So that is Christmas Yummy pack, and that is 15 for those four. Then I have put together a Halloween one. So for Halloween, we've got purple, black, the burnt orange, and the green again. So again, £15 for the Halloween one. I've just got one of those because I am short on black at the moment, but deliveries will be coming soon, so we will be topping them back up. But if you want to grab it and get ahead, that is Halloween. Then this one is my all-time favourite, and I have snaffled one of these for me. Yummy pumpkins. So on the Kinko website, there is a pattern for definitely crocheted pumpkins. I don't know if there's a knitted one on there. And how fun would they be? So in this pack, you've got the yellow, you've got orange, you've got green, and you've got the brown. So you can make yourself a nice little array of pumpkins on that one. £15 for that one, and we've got a couple of those available. There would have been 3, but like I say, I have snaffled one for me. I'm going to do some pumpkin making and enjoy myself. Hi, Joe! Right, so that is everything for tonight. So that was just a sort of a bit of a whistle-stop tour of haberdashery, fabric, bits and pieces to start building your stashes up. It was funny when I was at Festival of Quilts. A lot of people were talking about what they could do, what they couldn't do, and they were like thinking about ideas for projects. And then as you got talking, they were like, oh, I think I've got that in my stash. I think I've got that in my stash. And then there was the other people who were like, I haven't got a stash. I need to build a stash. I haven't got a stash. So I would love to know in the comments if you are a stash person or a not stash person, just because I'm really interested. I am most definitely a stash person. I have my personal stash and I love it. So that is today's question, is stash or not to stash. Right, so little reminder for you, if you want anything posting, just let me know. I'll get invoices out to you and sort out getting things to those of you that have asked for bits. If you're watching on catch up or replay and you want anything, do just drop me a message and I will let you know if anything. Tracy, definitely stash. I know what you bought at Festival of Quilts from me. Never mind what else you got up to. I think it's lovely to have all those bits to just go to and grab when we want to. And being in a position to be able to do that is amazing. I think there's a theme developing here with you guys, definitely. So yeah, if you want anything posting, it is £4.50 for your small parcel, capped at that, so you can get as much as you want. Any of the orange stars left? Yes, I do, Pam. I have got, she says, this is where it's amazing that this is all tidy. I've got a 2 metre piece or a ½ metre piece. So I can switch it to, you can have a metre, you can have 2 metres, you can have ½ metre, you can have a fat quarter. So £3.50 for your fat quarter. Sarah stash all the way. I love it. Trisha stash, definitely. So Trisha, you're going to be a bit like me though, aren't you? Because you're going to have a yarn stash and a fabric stash. And a bag making supply stash, and yeah. Pam, yes, you absolutely are. Right, guys, thank you so much. It's been lovely as always. Feel free to keep up the comments. If you're watching on replay, you can still comment and let me know, stash or no stash. We have no stash people at the minute, which is amazing. Not that that's, you know, everyone's different. It's just interesting that, you know, I think it's our creative brain. I always say that as well, Tracy, actually, is a double hobby. So buying the stuff and doing something with the stuff is something completely different. Pam, I will put you a meter of stars on your order. Thank you. Orange stars. Right, fabulous. Right, guys, I am going to go grab some tea, have a cuppa and all of those sorts of things. I will then get your invoices out, get this downloaded and onto YouTube. Thank you, as always, and I will be back again 6 o'clock next Thursday. See you then.